Hot news: Manafort's lawyers say prosecutors twisted memory lapses as lies. The New York Times. Paul Manafort's lawyers on Wednesday strongly disputed claims by prosecutors working for the special counsel that Mr. Manafort repeatedly lied to them, including about the transfer of campaign polling data to a Russian citizen with ties to Kremlin-run intelligence services in spring 2016. The lawyers that the prosecutors had wrongly interpreted honest memory lapses and innocent misstatements by Mr. Manafort as deliberate attempts to deceive them about his interactions with the Russian citizen, Konstantin Kilimnik, as Donald J. Trump was closing in on the Republican presidential nomination. Failure of memory is not akin to a false statement, Mr. Manafort's lawyers said. If the federal judge in Washington, who is overseeing the case, Amy Berman Jackson, decides that Mr. Manafort intentionally misled the prosecutors working for the special counsel, Robert S. Mueller III, after agreeing to cooperate with them, she would presumably be less likely to show leniency on March 5, when she is to sentence him on 2 conspiracy charges. But as a practical matter, Mr. Manafort, 69, stood little chance of receiving less than 10 years for those crimes even before prosecutors accused him of breaching his plea agreement by lying to them about his dealings with Mr. Kilimnik and other matters. He is also awaiting. Judge Jackson has scheduled a hearing for Friday on the prosecutors' accusations. The defense team's 10-page filing was heavily redacted, but information inadvertently revealed in a previous court document made it possible to understand some of the lawyers' references. They suggested that prosecutors had concluded that Mr. Manafort, Mr. Trump's former campaign chairman, had lied about the polling data transfer after they compared his statements to those of Rick Gates, Mr. Manafort's longtime deputy, both in private business and during the campaign. The New York Times. The OSC relies on Mr. Gates' testimony in an effort to contradict Mr. Manafort, the defense lawyers wrote, referring to the Office of Special Counsel. Why they contend that the prosecutors have also accused Mr. Manafort of lying about how $125,000 donated to a pro-Trump political action committee was used to cover some of Mr. Manafort's debts for his legal defense. Investigators, but others familiar with the payment, said that money was drawn from a commission owed to a PAC official who wanted to help Mr. Manafort. Mr. Manafort, a lawyer for Lawrence Gay, who was once the managing director of the PAC, Rebuilding America Now, said in a statement that the money came from a different set of funds. In 2017, and at the request of Paul Manafort, Lori asked that funds be forwarded to an entity designated by Mr. Manafort to assist with his legal expenses, said the lawyer, Anthony J. Iacolo, in response to a request for comment from Mr. Gay. This was done with
raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.